Welcome back, guys, to another video on the channel. In this video I'm going to show you guys how you can make coins off the new FIFA 20 promo headliners. So for people who are new to the promo, I'm just going to go over what the headliner promo is going to be all about, so you guys sort of get an understanding before we actually get into making the coins and ways you can make coins. So essentially, after a new tease in FIFA 19 Ultimate Special item yesterday, EA dropped headliners, essentially ones to watch but for players off to a strong start during the 2018-19 campaign, or having made their star turn over last month and change. Unlike ones to watches, these players effectively start with an inform level boost and then will always remain beyond that player's highest rated card, team of the week, man of match, TOTT, etc. item as they receive upgrades. So, for example, ones to watch is exactly the same as the inform and it will upgrade as it goes along. That is a live item. But the headliners is always one above. So if you've got a player that's got an 88 rated inform, this headliner will be an 89 rated inform. And of course, these headliners' price will be impacted by in-game performances. So of course, if they play one week and they have impact on the game, if they're a striker, they might get a goal and assist. You could see their price increase. If of course they have a bad game and they don't score an assist, then of course you could see a drop off in their price. So the first way you can make coins with these cards, these headliner cards, is actually buying a week before a game and then sell them leading up to that game. And what do I mean by that? So for example, the first day that this promo come out, which was obviously Friday the 1st of February, he was 500,000 coins. His price stabilised at that. But Manchester United that weekend actually played Leicester away. And what people were doing, they thought, right, Marcus Rashford might score a goal, he might have an impact. And of course, if he has an impact, that will impact his price positively. So Marcus Rashford actually scored a goal in a 1-0 win against Leicester in the 9th minute. So what people were doing, they were buying into the card. His card went up to 590,000 coins. Because he scored in the 9th minute, there's a good probability that he might actually score again. And of course, if he ended up scoring a second or third goal, his price would have increased. But unfortunately, he didn't increase. And it actually dropped down over the coming days to around about 482,444,000 coins, and that was his lowest. But what people were doing then, that was his lowest. It is actually Thursday, so it's actually weekend league rewards. So people were getting more coins. They're injecting coins into the market. So again, people are thinking about the next game, especially the first couple weeks with these cards. You will be able to make a lot of coins if you buy literally off a bad performance and then selling them before a game. So the next game Manchester United play, again, people were like, you know what, we're going to buy Marcus Rashford again, and he actually goes up to 549,000 on that Saturday. So of course, if you can pick up a Marcus Rashford during a week at 449,000 coins, and on the Saturday they've got Burnley at home, for example, there's a very good opportunity where you can buy it this low and sell in that higher, because people are going to sort of buy Rashford in the hype that he could actually score 1 or 2 goals. So the second way you guys can make coins with these headliner cards is in fact trying to pick up on other cards' panic and understanding why players drop in the first place. So the example I'm going to show you is Marco Reus. So he in fact had an 801,000 price peak about a week later after this promo was released. And like I said in the Rashford video, player actions affect the player price. So for example, Rashford scored, his price went up. Marco Reus obviously scored, but he actually got injured, which is another way of why a player's price might be affected and drop, is because he might get an injury. Well, anyway, he actually scored a goal, so his price increased. But in the same match, he actually got injured in around about the 60th minute, and he come off. And the injury looked quite bad. Because of the injury looking quite bad, people obviously fearing for the worst that this card could be out for a couple of weeks. And if this headliner card isn't usable for a couple of weeks, like it was confirmed that Royce got injured for a month, then his price will be affected because this card isn't usable, and there's no way they can make coins off this card, or the fact that he can get an upgrade because of his injured. Well, actually, what happened was he actually dropped down to around about 685,000 coins. And then a couple of days before his next match, he actually got released that his injury isn't as bad as what it was first feared. Therefore, it reflected in his price, because only a day later, he actually flew up to 707,000. So if you guys can sort of understand why a player has dropped, and you know what, I find that's a very useful tip. If you own players, keep the notifications on for the Twitter for that club. So if you own Marco Reus, say for example you get a headliner card in FIFA 20, have Borussia Dortmund's Twitter notifications on, because then you can see whether he scores a goal, he comes off, therefore his price comes down, or he gets injured, for example, and you can sort of try and take advantage of that panic. So we're jumping into more riskier ways that you guys can make coins with these headliner cards, and I'm going to be referring back to Rashford's graph and the situation that he was involved in that I was sort of explained and briefly spoke about in the first way of making coins. And we're going to be referring back to his graph. Okay, so Marcus Rashford, as I was saying briefly, he actually scored a goal in the 9th minute against Leicester. So what you guys could do, again, is high risk, high reward, but of course if it doesn't pay off like it did here, it didn't here, then there could be a huge drop off in that player's price. He scored in the 9th minute, so you think he's got another 81 minutes before he could possibly possibly score another goal, another 2 goals to increase the value of the coins for a quick flip. So of course you guys could buy in at that Rashford in the hope that he scores another goal or 2, and say for example he grabs a second goal before half time, which of course is very possible, then that price will increase it even more, and he actually has 45 minutes to grab a hat-trick. And again, if he grabs a hat-trick, then you can sell on that goal, on that hat-trick goal, because his price will increase even further, which obviously increases the chances that he will actually get an inform, which will then mean that he will get a +1 upgrade to his headliners card. So you guys can obviously trade in play, but of course trading in play is very, is very, very risky. So the final way of making coins is more a traditional method that I've shown on the channel. It's just sort of understanding price fluctuation. Of course, these cards will mainly go up from week to week, but of course every card has a price fluctuation during the day that you guys can take advantage. So I can advise you guys to maybe look at the cards, how much they are during the day, how much they are during the night, and how much they are during the morning, and sort of just compare prices to see if you can maybe pick up a card in the morning and sell it at night, or pick it up in peak times 6, 7 UK, and see if you can list it overnight where there's less cards on the market, therefore his price may increase. So guys, that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you later.